Ladies and gentlemen, this knife is completely awesome. Highly recommended. I will say it on camera, 5 out of 5 stars. I hope you bought one already. What do you mean, Nut and Fancy? You're just reviewing it now. How would I know about this knife? Twitter feed, dude. That's how. I tweeted it out about 3 weeks ago. I said, hey, just buy the knife. It is a Ferrum Forge Gent, an S35, a perfect EDC knife. It's a perfect fit on the reviewing table too. Look, exactly the same shade of blue. The G10 scales. Yeah, also for my own EDC system, just a great, great knife. If you haven't done it already, please sign up for my Twitter feed, dudettes. It's the easiest way I can tell you about this stuff. Doesn't happen through the video flow. It just doesn't. It's too slow on the main channel. Patreon is much quicker. I'm doing about a video every 4 days in Patreon now, subject to change. These guys will see this video long before the A channel does. But sign up for Twitter feed. For some reason, I'm stagnated at like 35.5 thousand folks in Twitter. That's like a fraction of my subs. I don't know why more people don't sign up. You ought to, because you can get into some good deals. I'll usually post an announcement, hey, this is coming up. In this instance, it was a mass drop exclusive. Here's the box for the Gent. And that mass drop is now inactive. Okay, so the good news is it's still available. This was just a mass drop version, but the Gent is available in other places. Look for my links below. I myself, I really like buying in Amazon because if I don't like it, it's an easy return. And generally, not always, but generally the prices are pretty aggressive there. So check out below, just get it. It's so excellent. So excellent. I'm really stoked to give you this review. It's going to be pretty much a rave review, which is rare. It's rare. I've been doing some ranting as the summer came to the end. And no apologies for that. If the gear item or the company's doing something I think that maybe needs a little bit of correction, I'll be the first to raise my hand and say the emperor's got no clothes. I'm known for that. Well over a decade doing that. And it just works. Truth always stands the test of time. Always, always. What do we have on the table? An Aviate 4031 Flieger watch. This is a big watch, guys. So if you have small wrists, maybe not the best for you. I absolutely love it. It's a 4031-02. 3 ounces, 46 millimeters across. Oh my goodness, what a great watch. I've shown it some WRVs, which you should also be watching. Yeah, I'm a Reagan guy, still love Reagan. Constitutional conservative, no apologies there. An imperfect president, they all are. Let's get real, they all are. Every president can do some things that we just go, why did he do that? Trump included. I'm a Trump guy too, dude. Totally, no apologies for that at all. Yeah, I'm throwing just a few politics in, sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. It's my channel. I can say whatever I want. I was not a Trump guy, by the way. I did not like the guy. And yeah, he still does some things that I just go, oh, holy cow. Why do you say that? But in the big picture, he's doing things aggressively to maintain America. And heck, you talk about Second Amendment stuff. Look at the judges he's appointed to the Supreme Court. Oh my gosh. Okay, enough politics. Sorry about that. King Tiger. I think that's a Porsche turret. This is a 1/72 scale snow camo, probably late 1944. Battle of the Bulge edition of King Tiger. I think this is an easy model. It's not a Dragon. Really cool, ready-made, weathered treads on it. So cool. Had the Germans just concentrated on a few tanks, maybe the Tiger, the King Tiger, it would have definitely slowed the Allies' advance into Germany. It would not have changed the war because daylight bombing with the 24s and 17s pretty much shut down the German war machine. It was just a matter of time, but it would have slowed us down for sure. I mean, this thing, it took 4 to 5 Tigers to take out one Tiger, probably even more. I forget what the ratio was for a King Tiger. No, there weren't a ton of made, and fewer were even used in battle. And it was kind of mechanically unreliable as well. Okay, not a tank review. Nut and Fancy Big Cartel. Click on that site once in a while. You may see some new stuff coming up. I just got some ideas. I can't promise it, but just check every now and again. We'll see what we got there. Hats, stupid shirts, and other crap that you probably don't need. So we still like you buying it though. Back to the knife. Oh, what makes it so great, not fancy? Wow. I think a better question is what isn't right on it? And the answer is pretty much nothing for a flipper knife of lightweight design. First up, it is very lightweight. Here comes a TMP scale. Shark patch. Still available, I think. I love that orange one, by the way. Got some electrical tape there. Let me use my knife here. A little EDC task. Perfect. Look at the weight, dudes. 2.4 ounces? Okay, that's the first thing. I'm a big weight guy, right? Yeah, big weight guy. I love it when it's lightweight. That's probably better said. Not big weight, heavyweight. I don't like that, but I like it to be super lightweight. That's a lightweight knife. Okay, that's the first thing I love. And that puts it in some rarefied company. And I'm going to show you a couple competitive options before the KRV ends. The other thing I really love about it is it's almost at 1-to-1 handle to blade ratio. Look at this. So that's awesome. And then I just like its looks. It's clean. It's aerodynamic. It's uncluttered. The Ferrum Forge Gent. And looks are important to guys, to me. I mean, if a knife doesn't look right, we're just kind of like, It's probably the most important thing. And I'm talking about across the board. Watches, knives, tanks. Okay, I made up the tank thing. But definitely watches, which, by the way, the watch for the review is the awesome Casio PRG 600. Look at this band, dudes. For now, I know a lot of you knife guys don't give a crap about watches, but you should. It's the same thing. Watches and knives are really, in my book, the same thing. It's the same EDC thing. You choose them every day, what you're going to wear. It's just fun. Really, that's all we're doing. This is just fun stuff. It's kind of a hobby. But I reviewed this. It's one of the all-time greatest Casios ever made in my book. It's an ABC watch, solar-powered. I replaced the plastic strap with a J&K's 24mm thick Zulu strap in black urban camo. How awesome is that? It transforms the watch, dudes. I got to tell you. Okay, enough of that. But link below. Buy a PRG 600. It's amazing. Even with a polymer strap, it's awesome. Oh yeah, what else do I like about this knife? Well, the steel choice, S35. So I paid, no one gave this to me. Massdrop didn't give it to me. I just go out and buy this stuff. I'm a fully independent voice. I always say that. But there's new people watching the show, so it's good to underscore that. Because when you watch a knife review, a gun review, pants review, a lot of it's just total crap in YouTube. The guy's been paid off. There's money going under the table. They're getting the items for free. I call it third-party advertising, TPA. Think around 80 bucks for this through Massdrop. And if you don't know what Massdrop is, it's just a group buying service. You join the drop and it may take like 30 days or so for the item to ship. And then the drop goes inactive. And if you missed it, you may have to wait a while before if and when it reactivates. Sometimes you get a really good deal through Massdrop. Other times not so much. Almost always you'll get exclusive colorations and you'll get special markings, in this case on the blade. But they also have Massdrop knives. If it ever comes available, this one, I'm going to update a code, put it beneath my video here because I'll get a couple bucks credit and I always use that just to buy more knives to review. So if I have credit Massdrop, guess that's where I got this one. I used $80 of credit to go get this knife to review more. But yeah, it's about 80 bucks. Getting back to the steel though, how many blades do we see with that high quality of steel that has this blade ratio, that has the clean looks, a perfect drop point, perfect finishing. Look at that finishing. I mean, look at the milling on that blade. It's like perfection. I've brought a lot of Spydercos to table and we see the striations on them. And these are like $200 plus Spydercos. And I criticize. I was like, why do we have to have grind marks like this on a Taiwanese produced $230 Spyderco? I ain't seen it here. And this is a 100%, no apologies, Chinese produced blade through Ferrum Forge. And you can go to Massdrop and read about Ferrum Forge and the guys that started it, and it's an interesting history. And from what I gather, they're just trying to provide the knife community with knives that they would like to carry, that they haven't really seen being produced. I just think it's awesome. And I don't think 80 bucks for this with S35 and the exclusivity of this knife, especially the Massdrop version, is too much. Zip pouch came with it too. which I'm like, okay, you know, I won't use it. I'll probably just recycle it or throw it in the garbage. What? Yeah, and then it's got some display handkerchief or something. I mean, WTH, what's this for? Hey, it's so you can display and fondle your knife while you watch television, nothing fancy. Gotcha. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Anyways, you get a lot of value with it. I think the steel is phenomenal. It's a CPM steel. I've talked about S35 forever. It's fine grain structure, great edge holding. Out of box, this knife is super sharp. I don't need to re-edge it. That's awesome. Talked a little bit about the blade shape already and its finishing. We have some flats right here that we can do a consistent angle sharpener if you guys do that. Oh wait, you don't do that. Everybody I gear check is still presenting me with a very dull knife. And if I see your knife dull, I do you the favor as a TMPer of sharpening your blade and sending it back to you, usually signed if it's a knife I like. You have broken out some knives that are pretty embarrassing, and I will not sign that crap. I don't want my name on some piece of crap knife. And, hey, can you sign my blade? No. You break out one of these, no kidding, dude, I'll sign it for you. Totally. So perfect steel, perfect finishing, perfect blade shape, some flats here. There's your detail point right here. We have a rounded spine. That's nice. No jimping, which is a miss. It does make me a little bit sad. I wish it was jimped. There's no thumb ramp, but that is what we got going. There's your stop pin right here. And it is a clean design because, of course, there's no thumb studs, which makes it a fully ambidextrous flipper. Yo, flipper. And let's look at the flipper tab. It's such a small thing and yet such a big thing. Perfect, perfect. Chamfered, radiused, no hot spots, unlike some other blades I've brought to table. I won't mention any names. Zero tolerance. Sorry about that. Titanium lock right there, captured liner lock. There's your timing on it. I love captured liner locks, especially when the locking bar is this thick, because I don't have to worry about hyperextending it like you would a frame lock, for instance, that doesn't have an over travel stop. Here's your centering. Pretty much perfect. Now you'll notice that we don't have the pivot screws exposed. You're going to have to remove the handle scales to adjust if you need to adjust. That might be a slight downside. You'll have to decide. Titanium knockoff. I think that's titanium. I'm pretty sure it is. And then the speed, smoothness, perfect. 5 out of 5. No problems noted at all. Some TMPer the other day, great guy, but he said in comment, he goes, oh, I don't really like flipper designs. I'm like, what? Why would you not like a flipper design? It's fully ambidextrous. The only case I think you can make against a flipper design is if you want to wave it from the pocket. I'll give you an example. Here comes a Cutlery Shop exclusive orange camo Endura 4. Available only through Cutlery Shop. I bought this one, and I have the waveable zip tie on it. So out of pocket, this knife self-deploys. Love the Endura. You should own at least 6 of them. This is HAP 40 steel, I believe, too. Cutlery Shop exclusive, Jeff Loffer. Oh my goodness, that is a great blade. Let's do a little size comparison while we're here. Interesting. This is about the size of a Delica. And while we're at it, let me grab a cast member Delica from the bin. Oh, don't tell me I don't have a Delica. Oh, so sad. I don't have one. I have a native though. I have this native with my washer mod, which everyone got upset over, and I'm not changing it. Don't care if people don't like it. What do you know? This is also a Cutlery Shop exclusive, this one. It's a native, lightweight native, and it's got that ugly washer mod on it, but I do it so I could wave it. So it's a first cool, not second cool thing, dudes. But look, that's a good size comparison. If you have a native, you kind of know. Oopsie. So if you make the case, well, I don't like a flipper design because then I can't wave it. I think that's valid. I hear you. I hear you. Totally. But my EDC knives, I would like waveable. I'm not going to lie. I do like them, but it's not mandatory. If it's not waveable, I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I think this is just phosphor bronze bushings. I think so. I don't think it has caged ball bearings in it or ceramic ball bearings in it. I love these G10 scales, guys. I just love them. They're perfect. Now note that we have proud liners, or you might call it a frame, extending past the G10 scales. I don't mind that at all, because notice the rounding job they've done on the frame. No hot spots at all noted. Perfect job. And it looks cool too. So it's got that dark gray bee-blasted finish on the titanium, and contrasting against the blue scales, it's really, again, a great looking knife. Available in a bunch of different colors and probably blade finishes. This is just one of them. And there's some others that I could be completely happy with. For instance, a tan, the black, maybe even a green version I could be super happy with. Orange, you guys know how I feel about orange. I love orange. It's one of my all-time favorite knife colors. Actually, all-time favorite colors from a lot of different gear stuff. It's funny, orange, believe it or not. Just a really sick blade. And then look at the clip. Deep carry, super strong, 2-screw attachment, tip up. It's not reversible to tip down. That might make you sad, but it is reversible from left and right side if you care. Really strong too. It looks like it would be flimsy, right? That is a strong clip. Stainless steel, I believe, not titanium. Have no problems at all with that. And it's very unobtrusive, going along with the Gent theme. I think better said than Gent is it's a perfect EDC knife. It really is. So again, super lightweight, great steel, perfect blade shape, perfect clip, looks great. I like the G10, no hot spots, captured liner lock. Boom! It's awesome. All right, here comes a competitive option. I think I've reviewed this one already. It is the G5 Metamorph by Real Steel. I think that's how I said it in the review too. Metamorph. This is what it looks like in the closed position. It is a top flipper, which I always find to be very awkward. I don't care what anybody says. It does not do great. And if you don't know what that means, there's no back tab to flip it. It's right here. So there's a couple ways you can do it. You can do a one-handed like that. I usually find it's best to practice, which I'm not practiced right now, and just pop it out with your thumb, extending. It's awkward, but that's the end of things I don't like about this knife. Long, elegant blade for detail work. The G5 Metamorph, totally worth the money. It's also Chinese produced. The company, not Ferrum Forge, but Real Steel. So we have some great Chinese knives coming out, and man, are they really setting the tone for the US knife market, which better step it up. Seriously, they better step it up. So that's a good competitive option. This next one I think is out of production. It's the Benchmade Nagara 10700. There's the info right there. It's a cast member. Reviewed in 09. Look, 60 bucks is what I paid for it. 3.6 ounces. It's a standard thumb flipper. But we're talking kind of gents knives, right? What do they call this? A knack lock is the locking mechanism on this. I think it's right here. I don't know if it's the strongest locking mechanism, but it's nice. Look at that titanium handle. Still beautiful, still perfect. It's stainless steel lined. Big goofy clip on it, unfortunately. Definitely not as elegant as this one. And what do you know? We got kind of a blue fest going on here. So that might be produced again. I didn't look before I started the video. That is number 737 out of 1,000, by the way, cast member. And what do I have here? Oh, dude, I love this knife. The Boker Plus Urban Trapper in the Tanto blade. Reviewed, highly recommended. I also love the FR. It comes in a G10 version. This is a pure titanium frame lock version. This is a gentleman lightweight EDC blade. Oh, every knife I'm putting on the table is HOF. And I'll put one more. We're going to represent American manufacturer with this one, also blue. How about the Benchmade Bug Out? Oh! Did y'all get a bug out? Please say you did. Great knife. I mean, sometimes Benchmade gets it right, and other times they just don't. They just don't. I mean, there's a Benchmade I want to review, and it's like $425. Keep watching the knife show, and you'll go, what? Where did they get the pricing for that? Especially when I can get this one for like 80 bucks. But this has great steel, great blade shape. S30 here, so basically identical to the steel here. Let's compare them side by side, shall we? Right in the palm of the hand. Very, very similar. Perfect clip on that bug out. Oh my goodness. Really cool bug out. Link below. All these knives I'll link below. I mean, either one. Which one would you prefer, Nothing Fancy? If you're going to push me on that between just these two knives, which one would I prefer? I may surprise you this, but I'd go with a bug out by a very small margin. I still love this knife, but I love the axis lock. And I like the option to use a dual thumb stud. There you go. I love flippers. I ain't saying I don't. But you're asking, I'm saying by maybe a 2% margin. That's the way I'd go. All these knives are outstanding though. This one, the steel on this 10700 wasn't great. It's 9CR 13 MOV, which isn't amazing. The star of the show is the Ferrum Forge Gent. It is a 5 out of 5. Hope you got one. Again, subscribe to my Twitter feed. Yesterday, I tweeted out what I made for lunch, by the way. Yeah, look in the Twitter history and you'll see my grilled chicken sandwich with pickles and Ore-Ida oven-baked fries. I'm not joking. That's what I cooked. Knife show still going along. Thanks for TMP Patreon. I appreciate you guys joining that, but you don't have to. I'm pretty happy with the size of it right now, to be honest with you. It's a small, old school TMP community, and I like that. But if you want to join, come on down. If you don't, still love you, mean it. Show continues. See ya.